All right, all right, all right. Sound like Matthew McConaughey over here.
All right, all right, all right.
All right, all right. Hey, beautiful people. Dills Victoria here. Hope all is well. This is No Fucks Given Magazine. Welcome, welcome. As you know, I changed it recently on all of the platforms. That's what it's going to be. That's how it's going to stay. So I wanted to come up with a concept called Meet the Experts Social Media Tour. And the first expert I'm bringing on is none other than beautiful Raye Carr. And she's also a contributing writer of No Fucks Given magazine. And yeah, so Ray, tell the people who you is, what you be doing, and how are you enjoying your experience as a contributing writer to No Fucks Given magazine.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, everybody, thank you so very much for, of course, Dillis for having me.
Of
My
course.
my name is Raye Carr, and I am a certified clinical
Oh,
hypnotherapist. I'm also a life coach that deals in spiritual based life coaching. I am a QHHT practitioner, which means I use quantum healing hypnotherapy technique, which is using past life regression to look at this life challenges. And what I do is I help women who struggle with fear, who struggle with self doubt, who struggle with anxiety, to shift their mindset and really step into confidence, step into their most empowered selves. I use these tools together to help them to reframe, negative thoughts, to help them to calm their nervous system and really embody their divine self and their true self. Um, so to enhance this
good
experience,
stuff.
right? Thank you, thank you. That's who I am, what I do.
That's what you. That's what you do. So when it comes to hypnosis, I know that you said that it helped you on your journey. What
Mhm.
led you to want to experience hypnosis?
So why I chose hypnosis? At the time, I was a smoker, and
Hmm.
I was puffing like a good half a pack a day, right?
Damn, son.
Right? And it was a habit that, like, really, it was a terrible habit. It was really wrecking my health. Um, in addition to smoking, I have a diagnosis of lupus that
Mm,
affects like my blood pressure, et cetera, et cetera. So smoking was doing everything but help in the situation. And
right.
I had tried different things, and for some reason, I just couldn't put them down. It wasn't even a lot of cigarettes by comparison or whatever, but it was enough for me that I couldn't put it down. So I was kind of like,
Hmm.
I'll try anything. And um, I
Makes
heard
sense.
yeah, I heard that, somebody was coming around doing hypnosis, and it was my first experience. And I was like, you know what, let me try this out and see if it works. And it worked. And within 4 hours, I was not smoking anymore. I drove home. I was a non-smoker. For weeks, I was like walking around like, I used to smoke right now. What am I
Hmm.
supposed to be doing right now?
Oh man.
So
Hopefully she'll come back on. Let's
hello.
see. Technical difficulties. It happens. Let's see.
Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
It is buffering. We'll wait until Ray comes back on. This happens on StreamYard sometimes, just like it happens on Zoom. So we'll see. So in the meantime, between time, I'll let y'all know more about No Fucks Given magazine. The reason why I started it is because I was applying to different contributing writing positions because I'm a writer, author, all those good things, and I really wanted to um, connect with people in a different kind of way. And for a moment there, I forgot who I was, and I remembered, and I was like, fuck it, just do your own magazine. And that's when No Fucks Given was created. It was a month and a half ago, and I wanted a magazine that offered an experience, and the experience was just like stuff like this, like doing Meet the Experts social media tour, to having special occasion shout outs, to having sponsorship packages that are affordable for entrepreneurs and business owners to promote their businesses and services within the magazine itself. Of course, interviewing a whole bunch of plethora of different people from all walks of life that are sharing their stories, to having contributing writers such as Raye herself, to there we go. We were just talking. I was just giving them the synopsis about No Fucks Given magazine. Anywho, so you said that you were a smoker. Oh, you were a
Yes,
smoker, and that helped you. Hypnosis has helped you with that. And you said it was in 4 hours you weren't smoking anymore.
exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, I left the session and I drove home. For the people that know, I drove from Garden City to Hinesville, right? A good hour, 15 minutes drive. And if
That's a
you know
drive.
smoker, right? If you know smokers smoke when they drive. And I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Then went out to dinner, had drinks. If you know smokers smoke when they eat. Smokers smoke
Yep.
when they drink, and nothing. And like I was saying, for about 2 weeks, I was like walking around like, yeah, I used to smoke. And that was the biggest confusion. That was the biggest issue that I had
Mm-hmm.
after using hypnosis was like, I used to, what do I do now? I
Right.
wake up in the morning like, no, I don't want to smoke, right?
Right.
So that was the biggest issue that I have, but it really opened my mind. It was like, wow, my mind was the thing that kept me smoking, or that inhibited me from quitting smoking. And after that, I was sold. Hypnosis can
Mm-hmm.
help anything that the mind affects. And from there, I
Yeah.
jumped into learning what. Initially was like, what did these people do to me? Because I was trying everything within.
You're
I
like, did I
literally
join a cult? Like, what happened? What I get myself into?
and it's the truth. I was sitting there, I was like, I don't want to wake up a year from now, doing something crazy. I find myself out running down naked down the street or something, clucking like a chicken. I wanted to know why it worked. And that curiosity um, really pushed me into learning about hypnosis and really discovering that it's a skill that that I can do really well. That with the right information, I can really develop. So, yeah.
Wow. So how long did it take you to get like your certification and things
Mhm.
of that nature? And what was the most difficult part for you while you were taking the program?
Okay, so I'll start with what was the most difficult part for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, What was most difficult for me, believe it or not, was opening my mind to these new experiences and the new information that I was receiving. Because I
Mm-hmm.
was truly somebody that lived life in a box, right? I was truly somebody that, coming from very intellectual and like straight cookie cutter type experiences, right?
Mm-hmm.
I worked in healthcare. Healthcare, if this hurts, you give this pill, right?
Right.
uh, in the military, you do this maneuver, right? Things like that. And to open my mind to that the body can heal itself, and just the various concepts like spirituality, like the possibility of, you know,
Uh-oh.
extraterrestrial, happenings, like, these various spiritual concepts like past life regression. So
Let's see if
that
she
was the
comes
most
back on.
difficult aspect. Are we still connected? Hello?
Technology. So she'll be back once she's able to. That starts buffering. It's so different when you are doing a live on your phone as opposed to your laptop. However, on the best way to go about connecting to YouTube Live when you're interviewing someone is to go through either Zoom or StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard at the moment and I'm on my phone. Sometimes it does buffer when you're on a laptop and such. And I think that she's on the laptop because I'm on an iPhone. And so with an iPhone, you're able to go and do lives and things like this through StreamYard on the iPhone. But unfortunately, because Ray has an Android, she can't do it on her phone, so she's doing it on her laptop. So there's a little bit of a glitch going on, I guess, on her end when it comes to the laptop and so on and so forth, which is fine. Things like that happen. So back to No Fucks Given magazine. Oh, here she go. Perfect. Let me see. Child technology.
Got me popping up like
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So no, but that's good. You were saying that the hardest part for you going through the program when you decided to be a hypnotist was what now?
it was definitely just opening my mind to just the various concepts because it was just so
Mhm.
new to me. And,
Mhm.
just trusting the process and, allowing these various concepts to resonate with me. Um, and really move through the information with an open mind. You know,
Right.
and I appreciate that experience because it allows me to really communicate with my clients because I
Mhm.
always communicate from the place of whatever you're going through, I've experienced it because
Right.
most of my clients that I engage, they've never used hypnosis before. They're
Mhm.
not coming into it with a preconceived, well, somewhat, but they're coming into it as a blank canvas, and I get the opportunity to tell them about it. And but I
Mhm.
can tell them from my experience, and I'm super open with the things that I was doubtful about and how I learned to accept this information and what I've learned as truth since then.
Right.
um, s- that process, the training that I did was through the Florida Institute of Hypnosis.
Mhm.
Uh, they are one of the places that I found that had a education program that was backed by the Department of Education. A lot of people don't know that hypnosis and hypnotherapy is not necessarily regulated
Mhm.
in various states. Um, so there are some places where you can, take a course. You can take a weekend course and be a hypnotist, or uh, why I chose the one here in Florida is because they had a long course. I like something where you can spend some time with me and teach me something. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
the course that I did was 8 months.
Mhm.
I opted to do over 600 hours of training. Um, my yeah 600 hours so that I can move and be not just a hypnotist but a clinical hypnotherapist, and also do the extra training to deal with the spiritual concepts like entity attachment, like past life
Mhm.
regression, like extraterrestrial and abduction type work. The things that
Damn. That's deep.
right?
Extraterrestrial UFO.
Indeed, that's a whole nother part of Ray. Y'all gonna have to come and find me on the other side of YouTube when I start doing my alien hunting work.
Let me know how that go. Let me know how that go. I'm gonna be over here, popcorn and soda. Just like, you said what now?
But but definitely being from the closed mind that I did have about those topics to being somebody that's like super interested in all the things that this wonderful universe, you know, has
Mhm.
within it,
Mhm.
oh yeah, sometimes the armpits are sweaty when I'm learning about these things. Like, why are you doing this, right?
Right.
But then realizing on this earth that we live on, so there's so many strange things to.
Child, and the era that we're living in right now is becoming stranger by the day.
All right, I find so much more comfort in searching, for the aliens than.
Than what we have going on here on Earth at the moment. I get it. I get it. If I wasn't a scaredy cat, my ass would be right there with you searching for the aliens. But my ass is scared of them stuff. But I shouldn't because I talk to spirit all the damn time. So why the hell am I tripping over aliens?
Exactly, exactly.
But that's cool. So it took you 8 months, and you have to be open minded about the process. And so the first time you work with a client, like after you got your all that stuff, what was that experience like for you?
You said what was my first experience working with a client?
Yes.
Okay. So the cool thing about how we trained is that your first
Mm-hmm.
client isn't the first person that you hypnotize, right? So all through training, I was sharpening my techniques and things like that, sharpening my ways to get clients into a hypnotic.
She's gonna come back on in a couple, and then we'll talk about just a little bit more things, and then we're gonna hop on to Substack, and then we'll figure out what works for what doesn't work when it comes to doing a meet the expert social media tour. See what platforms work good and which ones don't. I think TikTok worked great. Facebook worked great once we got the gist of it. Instagram worked great as well. So we're gonna have to finagle a little bit about YouTube to see what that looks like, and then of course figure out Substack. So this is all trial and error. It's an experiment that we're doing right now, and there she go.
Papa.
I'm just saying that we just over here experimenting in these streets, and TikTok went well. After we got it all settled, Facebook went well. And Instagram went well. But
Yeah.
this right here, I don't know about this right here. So I'm gonna get off here. We're gonna go over the Substack, but just let everyone know where they can find you
Yes.
and how they can work with you and everything else.
For sure. So on Instagram and on Facebook, if you just search my name, Ray Carr, I'll pop up. RAYECARR. On Facebook is the Inner Peace Coach. On Instagram, it just says Coach. Um, and where else?
TikTok. Don't forget about
Tik-
TikTok. The Tiki
on
Talks.
yes, on TikTok, search Ray Carr. Yes, I'll pop up on there as well. And yeah, on Substack, where we're headed.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get over here and try to figure this out. I'm gonna figure this out, but then we're gonna head on over to Substack. So I'm gonna see you on Substack, Ray.
Yes, let's do this.
Bye.